Hey guys, Ashley here, also with the Italy fan, back with another WWE topic. And today, I'm going to talk about something that I never had the chance to talk about, so I'm going to talk about it here. I'm going to be giving my thoughts on CM Punk's 434-day title reign. Now, I hear so many positive and negative things about his title reign. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of the casual fans didn't like his title reign. Um, I'm gonna be giving my honest thoughts about his title reign, but I'm gonna break this up in sections. I'm gonna talk about his babyface run and his heel run. I want to talk about his babyface run first. I absolutely love his babyface run as the champion. I thought he was fun. He seemed to be more fun. He was very entertaining. He was cutting really good promos. He had really good matches and feuds. My personal favorite feud from his babyface run is the stuff with Daniel Bryan and AJ Lee. Absolutely loved it. The Love Triangle stuff was good. Him and Daniel Bryan had really great matches, and I loved it. I love the stuff that he did with John Laurinaitis. But the moment to me that I realized that he was nothing more, what it seemed like it was like he was like a prop, is when they had John Cena main event with John Laurinaitis at Over the Limit. That to me was a slap in the face because I just felt like, why wasn't he main eventing any main events? It was honestly really just a slap in the face to me that this is your world champion, and he was really just getting the back burner to all of it. That's when I just knew that he was just nothing more but just like a placeholder champion. I hate to say that because on some extent I still do enjoy his title reign over other title reigns. I mean, like, dude, like that one dude said, this is the worst championship reign of all time. Chris Jericho, Booker Del Rio, Drew McIntyre. Who else has had a bad? It's so many title reigns. It's not even just WWE. Universal Championship reigns. Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins. Hell, on some extent, Roman Reigns' first Universal Championship reign in 2018. Horrible. Braun Strowman, awful. Goldberg, awful. All these awful reigns. CM Punk has the worst reign of all time. Worst reign? Y'all smoking crack. Y'all are smoking crack. No, it's not the best reign, but it's most definitely not the worst. It's not the worst. Um, I didn't like the fact that he did main event, and a lot of his matches did deserve the main event. I feel like him and Daniel Bryan deserved the main event over the limit. I didn't care for the storyline with John Cena and John Laurinaitis. It was stupid and cringe. I didn't like it. Um, Honestly, a lot of John Cena's booking in 2012 was very cringy. The only one I really liked, like, outside of the CM Punk and outside of the CM Punk stuff, that was always good. I always loved him and CM Punk, wherever they did together. These guys always had great chemistry. They always made it work. I did like the stuff with AJ Lee. I did enjoy it. I just don't think him and AJ Lee had any chemistry, but I did enjoy the storyline. Anything outside of those two storylines, cringe. Stuff with Zack Ryder, cringe. The stuff with Kane, cringe. The stuff with John Wattis, cringe, cringe, cringe. Like, the stuff with Big Show, cringe. Like, John Cena, his 2012 stuff was just really cringy. I did like the stuff with Brock Lesnar, too. Sorry, I left that out. I like the stuff with Brock Lesnar, and I did like the stuff with The Rock. Forgot that stuff. Sorry. But you take The Rock out, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, AJ Lee out, all you have is just very cringy booking by John Cena in that failed, dumb redemption arc they try to buy onto you when it wasn't a redemption arc. He won every single match that he went into. How much of a redemption arc is that? How much of an underdog are you if you win every single match that you go into? Is there really any odds? Sorry, not trying to offend anybody. I am a huge John Cena fan, but on some extent you have to call out bad booking. I hated the fact that he didn't main event any shows. I thought it was stupid. But I personally really loved his babyface run. I thought he was just more fun. Like, he seemed to be more fun. He seemed to be more checked in rather than with his heel run. He seemed more checked out. Um, he was getting mega popped in the building. He still had his like edge on some extent. Like, he was still cool. Like, he was fun. Like, he was fun. His feuds were good. I just really love his babyface run a lot more. On to the heel run. I've always had a mixed bag when it came to the heel run. Because personally, I still do like it. Like, he did have really good promos. You know, him coming out there. The thing with the heel run is that it was stupid. And when he explained it in the podcast, the shoot interview, people like to call it was stupid. And I'm gonna tell you why it was stupid. Because this is somebody who's already getting cheered. You're gonna put him in a position to get booed on purpose. Why? It was dumb. It was really dumb. It was a dumb decision, all because he was fighting The Rock. It's like they should have had Rock go heel. In my opinion, I thought they should have had Rock go heel. In my opinion, I think that would be interesting to see Rock go heel. The only reason why they turned CM Punk heel is because the WWE was reading, and you can't tell me they weren't. They were definitely reading what fans were saying online about CM Punk's title reign, that he's taking the back seat, and they turned all the complaints that the fans were saying into a heel character, which I don't like. I don't like the idea of WWE going on dirt sheets, and it's the same problem I had with the John Cena promo, and it was just like the WWE tell him to say some things people were saying online. I didn't like it. When I was actually watching a 7 last night with him and John Cena, it's like, did they just have him say things that people were complaining online about? I didn't like it. I understand it, but I didn't like it. I did like his heel run. You know, him making fun of Jay Lawler's heart attack. It was very low. Him fighting Vince McMahon and telling him that he's slapping him in the face. You know, him making fun of John Cena getting his arm broken. You know, him calling out AJ Lee. I always loved him and AJ Lee's banter when she was Walter's manager. I feel like that was a missed opportunity to have for him to manipulate her. They could have did the Edge and Vicky Guerrero's thing with him and AJ Lee, but they chose not to, and they really should have. But that's for a different day. That might actually be a topic video about things WWE ruined. That was a potential storyline, but they really should have done CM Punk manipulating AJ Lee into putting him into main events and to giving him special treatment, because it was very obvious that they both still had feelings for each other. That always bothered me too. Don't mean to get on a side rant. This is about his title reign, I know. But I always hated how WWE kind of forgot about AJ Lee and CM Punk's romance. Maybe that's just me. I always hated it how they forgot about it. Like him calling her out in the middle of the ring and pretty much telling everyone about their dirty laundry, about all the messages that she would leave him, and hinting that they might have had hooked up, they might have had a one night stand. Like, it was good. Like, he definitely did have his good heel stuff. Like, he cut his hair. Like, he actually got a little bit more different. He got a little more scummy. He was definitely insecure about his position, but he was presenting himself to be so confident as a heel. The reason why the heel thing was just so stupid was because it was obvious because The Rock was coming back, and it was to make him the heel and make Rock and Cena faces for their second match, which I absolutely hated. I didn't like the Rock and John Cena match for WrestleMania 29. The build was very forgetful for someone who was watching wrestling on a computer to catch up on. It was very forgetful, and it was very predictable that John Cena was winning. And I don't care what anyone says, it should have been a triple threat match. It would have made it more interesting. I don't care if people say, oh, he's a mark for saying it should have been a triple threat match. Oh, shut the fuck up. It made a lot more sense for the triple threat match. He lost at the Royal Rumble in a very, very, very anticlimactic finish. Like, y'all can't even lie. Now, when I was younger, I was pissed that he lost to The Rock. So fucking pissed. But when I look back and I'm like, okay, this is a story. He's going to lose to The Rock, and Rock and John Cena is going to face at WrestleMania. Okay, cool. But when him and The Rock had the match in the Elimination Chamber, I was looking forward to the match not being called down the middle, and maybe, okay, neither one of them wins. But no, they had The Rock beat him clean, okay, and then they had John Cena beat him clean. It was just so fucking embarrassing. It was just like, oh my fucking god. It's like, so he's not gonna be in this. He's not gonna be in the main event of WrestleMania when he clearly deserved it. I don't care what anyone says. He clearly deserved to be in the main event of WrestleMania. Even though they might have made some mistakes with his title reign, he deserved it. He deserved it. He had the fans on his side. Even when he was a heel, people couldn't boo him. He was too light, which is a dumb reason to turn anybody heel. Why would you turn anybody heel who the fans genuinely like? That makes no sense. It was just frustrating. It was frustrating and bad booking on WWE's part. I did like the stuff with Undertaker, but I don't blame him for leaving because he definitely seemed mentally checked out, and I don't blame him. The booking was just absolutely absurd. It was preposterous. And when John Cena won the title, it was a really bad title reign in 2013. I don't even remember a lot of John Cena's opponents. That's a lie. I know he fought Mark Henry and he fought Ryback, and I just didn't care about any of those matches. I really didn't care. It was just, it was really just lame. It was really lame booking, and the stuff for Ryback, I like people saying that he buried Ryback. First of all, why do people like Ryback so much? He couldn't talk. He had no character. The only thing he had was he had a muscular body. Okay, whoopty motherfucking do. You have a muscular body. He had no personality. He had a basic ass moveset. He wasn't safe in the ring. Are you kidding me? Now, I know when there's long time reigns, it makes a lot more sense to have people like drop it in between so it won't be so long. And his time reign wasn't even 434 days is not as long as we're trying to make it seem. That's not even that long. Come on now. It's not even that long. Not even that long. I'm like, come on now. Stop it. There are people who have more title it's people who have longer title reigns, they felt long but they were short. Like Nikki Bella, her title reign. Her 303-day title reign felt longer than it should have. That felt really long. It just felt like it never ended. Like, there's no ending in sight. Her title reign felt extremely long. Compared to CM Punk, it didn't even feel that long. It was just a calendar year. I think what they should have done if they wanted to, but they were building this title reign up as like historic. They didn't want him to drop it, but I think if he would have had, I'm trying to say this in a way that makes sense, because I know that Ryback in interview said that he wished they would have had let Punk drop it, and he would have the belt, and then him and John Cena should have went back and forth because John Cena gave him the opportunity. He gave him the rub. Him and John Cena would go back and forth. And I think he would lose the belt to John Cena, and then John Cena would lose the belt back to CM Punk, and then it'll be CM Punk and The Rock. That's not a bad idea. I think if you would have had kept things, interesting. I think sometimes when title reign is getting a little bit too long, maybe it is time to drop it to give it to someone else, and then we can revert back. I have nothing against that. But one people just have been mad if he would have had losses to John Cena. So it's like, why even have CM Punk drop the belt? You could just keep the belt on him. I know they kept it on him for the historic reign. It was, they wanted to keep it on him for him to have this reign. They obviously planned this out for him to have it for The Rock, which I completely understand. But I feel like when he went heel, I feel like his booking got lazy. I don't know if I could just explain in those terms. I feel like when he went heel, the booking got extremely lazy to me, in my opinion. It got extremely lazy. They ruined the whole idea of the Shield working for him. When he mentioned that in the Shield interview, it's like, oh, he's definitely not lying. They definitely ruined the whole Shield and CM Punk working together thing. That storyline went nowhere. They completely ruined it. When it was revealed that Paul Heyman was the one behind everything, it was like, oh, okay. You can't sit here and honestly convince me that CM Punk knew nothing about the things that Paul Heyman was doing. I don't believe that for a second. There must be some videotape of Paul Heyman telling CM Punk that he hired the Shield to help him keep his title reign. No, that's not put the Shield with CM Punk and have them work for him. No, even though they interfere in every single match and segment that he is in. Yeah, but CM Punk is not working for him. CM Punk is not working with them. Yeah, because that makes sense. That storyline went absolutely nowhere. And it was stupid, like you said. They just kind of just turned it into their own thing as if all that stuff didn't happen. I definitely understood where he was coming from in the interview. The thing with his shoot interview is that people are acting like he did something that other people before haven't done. Maria, China, Molly Holly, not Molly Holly, sorry. Oh, I don't know why I was confused Molly Holly with Ivory. Ivory, who else has done one? Sunny has done a shoot interview. Who else is another person I'm thinking of? I don't think it's somebody else. There's no other Slim Superstars who's done one. So like you said, so is it just like a favoritism thing with Slim Superstars? Everyone else can just get a stuff on the wrist, but with him it was a big deal. Why? Why was it a big deal? Because they did a lot with him. I understand that. They did do a lot with him. He could have, CM Punk, they did a lot with CM Punk. They could have given it to someone like Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston was somebody who was there. I don't think Kofi Kingston ever really had fans. Like, I'm going to keep it G. Did Kofi Kingston really have any fans? Did he really? Did he really? Did he really have any fans like that? Yes. Was he a little bitter in the interview? Yes. I don't think he cared about the things, and me personally, he had every right to be bitter because they really fucked over his booking a lot of times. In my opinion, I know on some extent when you're a superstar, it is your job to convince the people. And I'll just say it: when he was babyface, I did think he was the top guy, but when he went heel, he wasn't. WWE definitely went out their way to just tell you that he isn't, and that John Cena is going to main event everything, and that it's all about John Cena and The Rock. They definitely did that when he went heel. I still enjoyed his heel run. I just hated how they made him a prop. I feel like if he was going to be a prop, he could have dropped it a long time ago, if that was the case, in my opinion. But when it came to the interview, I definitely feel like when it comes to other people who do shit interviews, fans are hypocrites. Because me personally, I'm not going to antagonize a wrestler for feeling how they felt when they left the company. That's who they are. They're human beings. The difference between someone like Sasha Banks doing it is that this bitch got everything handed to her because of who she was on NXT. That's it. That's all. I understand people have mental breakdowns. I get that. I'm not judging her for that. People do get mentally checked out. I'm not judging her for that. I'm not even mad about her and Naomi walking out at the situation that happened because it was stupid. Why would you have them be? I don't need to get off track, but I'm just expressing my opinion here. Her and Naomi are tag team champions. I think storylines like this have happened before when like two people who are tag teams will be qualified for a championship. I understand why they were frustrated and I understand what he was doing. It could have turned into an instant storyline, but I feel like maybe they thought it was stupid. Sorry, I had hiccups. Maybe they feel like it was stupid, so I don't judge them for being mad. But I feel like the thing with Sasha Banks is that this is somebody who got everything handed to her. It was nepotism from the beginning. Unlike someone like CM Punk, it was never nepotism with him. He definitely had to work. I mean, his booking was definitely never consistent. When he said that imaginary brass ring, he was not wrong. WWE is going to push whoever they want. No matter if the fans are crowning for you, they're going to push whoever they want. They're going to push whoever they want. When he won the World Championship 3 times, look how his booking nerfed. This is somebody who's won the World Championship, and he's treated like he's treated like a Kofi Kingston on the roster. When he has the ability to talk and tell stories, and he has a character, and you're gonna nerf him down? Really? What was the point of him? What was the point of you putting the belt on him? If it was that easy to nerf him, why? And honestly, CM Punk isn't the first person that they did this to. They did it to Batista. They kind of did it to Edge. Like, people would get pushed and then they would get nerfed. Someone said they kind of did it with Randy Orton. I feel like John Cena and Triple H were the main. They nerfed JBL. I feel like when it comes to the PG era, I feel like John Cena and Triple H were the two guys who were always constantly, and Undertaker. Those are three people that come to my mind a lot. Who were, even though they lost the belt, they were never nerfed down. Like when Randy Orton would lose the belt, like you think about after Randy Orton's after his '09 year, towards the end of the year, he had that great feud with Kofi Kingston, and then they gave him the stuff with the Legacy. That was nerfing to me. If that was the case, you could have had Randy Orton feud with Legacy and then feud with Kofi Kingston. I would have taken that. You could have had he could have feud with Legacy before Kofi Kingston. That was nerfed. Batista. I feel like after 2007, Batista really didn't do much on the main roster. They nerfed him down. I think when Edge came back from his injury in 2010, they nerfed him. Edge was not interesting. Edge won a World Heavyweight Championship, and he spawned people like Bug Del Rio. I did like the stuff with Dolph Ziggler, but that felt more like a Vicky and Kelly feud than a Dolph and Edge feud, in my opinion. They definitely nerfed Edge. So like CM Punk isn't the first person that they did this to. It just feels like what's the point of pushing these guys if you're not gonna keep them consistent in the main event? And that's how I feel about it. Even after he had the WWE Championship, when he came back as Wolverine, CM Punk, he did. I did like the stuff with Brock Lesnar. I like the stuff with Paul Heyman before they added Ryback into it, and then after that, CM Punk is he's nerfed. He really didn't do much. I mean, it was nice seeing him because I loved him, but he's not doing anything that's like relevant. He is somebody who should be in the title picture, no matter what you tell me. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you're telling me. He is somebody who should be in the title picture, in my opinion. If Brock Lesnar ain't gonna be here, you need to have somebody who can be in the main event, who's easy to take, who's believable to be in that main event scene, and that is CM Punk in my opinion. I don't care about people saying his size, any of that. He can talk, he can tell stories, he has charisma, he can wrestle in the ring. Why is this guy not being in the main event? I understand that a lot of people feel like he shouldn't go over guys like Brock Lesnar or Batista. Yeah, they're more worthy main eventers. They have their establishment. I get that. I definitely get that. But he's here. Just if he's gonna be here, he can help the people who are champions in that point of time. It's just dumb. When he his shoot interview, I will always be on his side. I might have not agreed with a lot of things that he did say, like stuff about Roman Reigns. I didn't like how he was trying to get people to hate Roman Reigns. I wasn't really a fan of that. But everything else about how he was feeling personally, I'm on his side. Because WWE definitely nerfed him. And they know it. When he went heel, they nerfed him. When he came back, after he did the stuff upon him and Brock Lesnar, they nerfed him. They nerfed him. He was mentally checked out. He should have been left. He should have been left. He should have left. Honestly, when they added Ryback into it, he should have walked out then. He should have quit then. I don't know why it took him so. I don't know why Royal Rumble was just like the straw that brought the canvas back for him. Because honestly, he was nerfed way before the Royal Rumble, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you're gonna book him to have a match with Kane at WrestleMania. Oh no, it's not gonna be Kane. Triple H. What the fuck did him and Triple H need to be fighting for WrestleMania? Huh? What kind of booking is that? It's just stupidity. It's dumb. It's stupid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just it was dumb. It was really dumb. I do have his problems, like the dude said. Yeah, it had problems. He didn't really main event as much. He was treated like a mid-card champion. He kind of just seemed there as a prop for John Cena in a Rock storyline. Towards the end, I would say. But at the end of the day, I do enjoy his title reign over other title reigns that I just mentioned. And I felt like he definitely has good feuds and good matches in the title reign that people are sleeping on. In my opinion, I would say as PG era goes, this is definitely one of the best title reigns to come out of it. I don't care what anyone says, kiss my ass, you can lick my booty hole and deal with it. Because this is definitely one of the best title reigns to come out of the PG era, in my humble opinion. Whether you like it or not, bow down, shut the fuck up, it's my opinion. So is that. It definitely had problems, but I think one of the things that definitely bothered me was him going heel. I think him going heel was an scapegoat. It was a bad business decision, and I hated it. And so to this day, I low key kind of hate it, but he was still good as a heel. He still had his good promos, his good segments. Um, Another thing too, when he went heel, is I feel like they didn't have a lot of people for him to fight the belt for. That was another thing too, is that WWE lost a lot of their stars in like early 2010. They lost Edge, they lost Batista. Undertaker became a part timer. Triple H became a part timer. So it wasn't really a lot of people for him to have the belt, fight the belt with. So that's why it was just a lot of him and John Cena. I don't know if a lot of people got tired of that. I've always loved him and John Cena together. I always felt they had great chemistry. I didn't want to see a feud with him and Big Show. I would have loved to see him and Dan Bryan probably run it back again, maybe as him as a heel. That probably would have been entertaining. Um, but that too. I feel like him not main eventing, him being a mid card champion, and him feeling like a prop, and you could also add that up with not a lot of people for him to fight the belt with. Like, I probably would have loved to see him during the CM Punk feud with him as a heel, but it's all about what the feud be about. So, yeah, definitely some problems with the title reign, but me personally, I still do enjoy it. It's not the best booking title reign. Like I said, even though I am a CM Punk fan, I can admit this. It's not the best booking title reign, but to me, I definitely prefer it over other title reigns. It's definitely better than what Cody Rhodes is doing. 10 times better than what Cody Rhodes is doing is the title reign. Because I feel like with the difference between what Cody Rhodes has going on right now and CM Punk is that I feel like with CM Punk, they had ideas, they had things going in for it. I feel like they lost a lot of those ideas when he went heel because it was a dumb idea. But Cody Rhodes, they did all this building up for him, and they're like they don't know what to do. And the thing with Cody Rhodes right now is that there are a lot of stars on a roster that he could be having great potential feuds with. Unlike CM Punk, when there was absolutely no stars on the brand outside of John Cena, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton was there, Dolph Ziggler was there, Ryback, they were all there, but WWE wasn't really like building up anyone else, so it's like a potential person for him to fight. Unlike Cody Rhodes, he is filled with a roster full of people that he could be fighting, and WWE has still managed to make the title reign very boring. You got Drew McIntyre. I'm loving this new Drew McIntyre. I would love to see him, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre have a feud, but they're not doing that. I thought with CM Punk, he just didn't have a lot of people to go back and forth with, and that was just a problem. There wasn't really a lot of potential stars to go back and forth with, and it's crazy. But yeah, I still do love his title reign. It will definitely hold a special place in my heart, and that's all I have to say today. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.